Boys, can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah, fam.
It's happening, people. We back in action, we back in full effect. The Still Colours boys will not stop until we reach the top. You feel me? Get me? We're here with three of the finest today, and let's say this because this is probably going to be the last times you see us with our heads wrapped. That's right. The barbers open next week. We back, boys. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah, fam.
That's what we love to hear, fam. We're going to talk about probably the most prestigious night in the British award show.
Yeah.
In the British award show, yeah, probably next to the BAFTAs.
Yep.
And that is the Brits.
Yes.
Literally really prestigious award and internationally, recognized award show. Henry, what are we going to be focusing on in this video?
In this video, we're going to be focusing on 6 of the main categories at the Brits. These are female solo artist, male solo artist, single of the year, album of the year, international female solo artist, and international male solo artist.
Bruv, you guys are in for get the tissues out, fam, because this is going to be orgasmic. Fam. So H, what category do you want to jump on first, fam? Let's get right into this shit. I mean, this business.
I think obviously the females had a big year last year, so let's start with them. In the female category, we got Arlo Parks, Celeste, Dua Lipa, Jessie Ware, and Leanne Lehavis.
Yeah, it's interesting as well. Obviously, I think Dua Lipa's had the biggest commercial year. Like Harvest with this self-titled album as well. You like that, Henry, innit?
Yeah, that was on my list. That was on my end of year list. Yeah.
Arlo Parks has been like coming out with the woodworks as well. So I think it's this year she actually might have her bigger year. But I don't think she might release an album because she released something last year. And I think Celeste, Henry, you've mentioned it as a very good album, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I can't lie, with this category,
and we forgot, sorry to cut you off, but we forgot Jessie Ware as well. I think Jessie Ware's been in the game for a minute. She's been in the game for a minute. And
hold tight, Jessie Ware, man. Yeah, she's essentially done a bit of a comeback because, in the beginning, when, drum, was it dubstep and drum and bass were kind of having their renaissance back in like the early 2000s and stuff. She was right there with the pioneers, and she's kind of like weared off, no pun intended, in, the mid 2010s, and she's come back, which is freaking incredible to see. But H, what are you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, just in terms of who I think should win this category, I mean, naturally, I would go for Leanne Lehavis because obviously her project was on my end of year list. But in all honesty, I don't think you can look past Dua Lipa.
Yeah,
I'm with you there.
Yeah, she had an incredible year last year, and I think she even won a Grammy or 2.
Yeah,
I think she did win some Grammy. Yeah, I think she did. Yeah. She got nominated. She did very well. I think she got nominated for quite a few.
Yeah, I think she won at least one. I definitely know she won at least one. She may have won 2, but yeah, like she had a brainstorming year last year, and obviously her album was critically acclaimed. I've listened to it; it's got some very good tracks on it.
Yeah, I like the album as well. It was one of my
really good album.
Yeah. So I think Dua Lipa is going to win this award, and I think she deserves it as well. But because obviously Leanne Lehavis was on my end I would have gone with her, but Dua Lipa definitely deserves it.
100% Dua Lipa deserves it, man. Like you said, fam, she had a monster year, singles, and she touched everything, man. Like many different artists. I remember she had a song with a baby as well, which did really good. Yeah, and obviously her own. She's done very well, man. But I want to give a special shout out to Arlo Parks, man. I definitely did enjoy her project last year. Yeah.
Oh, you liked it?
I liked it a lot. Yeah. Because to be fair, I didn't expect it. Like for me to be one of them, don't judge a book by its cover. But I didn't expect the Sonics. You get me?
Oh,
so when I heard it, I was like, wow. And the songwriting as well was really, really good as well.
Is that she did that record called Eugene, isn't it? That was one of her big records. Yeah, I know. Okay, now yeah. Wavy
individual. But I do believe what you're saying. I agree with you, in fact, Kay, where I kind of feel like maybe this year or the year after, she'll have that year. Even though she had a number 3 in the charts, you get me? Like, she's not like she's not selling.
Which record? With Eugene?
No, her debut album, fam.
We're number 3.
Yeah, Collapsed in the Sunbeams.
Yeah, and I can't lie, like I believe with Arlo Parks as well, like the type of music and the type of record that she's doing most certainly can reach a bigger, wider audience as well. So I can't lie. I think Isla Parks, if she wants to get into that space, I believe she will do very well, both commercially. I still need to listen to the album itself fully, but I was surprised sort of to hear Eugene. I thought Eugene was a good song, but I didn't add it. But I thought it was a good record. But yeah.
Calm.
So for my pick, I probably would go with what Henry's saying. And I think that's the most likely would happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if Isla Parks, Celeste, or even anyone can win it, and it wouldn't be that mad. I can't lie. It's a good list. I think it looks like a very good list.
Very good list, man. Very good list.
Yeah. Moving down to the male solo artist, we've got AJ Tracy, Heady One, Jay Huss, Joel Corey, Youngblood. So yeah, Jay, what are you saying?
For me, you can't look past Heady, man. Like I do you know what? I kind of feel like in a way he was kind of robbed by COVID, man, because the year would have been even bigger if we were able to move and groove and really be out there to like enjoy his music even better. Because this number one album, you get me, number two single, like several singles that charted very well in the charts. Like I guess, you know, there's not really anyone competing with him, you get me? Like AJ Tracy, I wouldn't say is competing with my guy. Jay Huss is Jay Huss is a good shout, but he came earlier on in the year. You feel me? Like way earlier in the year, and unfortunately, like everything that happened with the pandemic, I kind of feel like it was kind of pushed to one side. And then Heady came and stayed for quite a period of time. You know, like Heady, let's be real, like he had a really big period of time, especially like in that peak summer area.
That's true.
Yeah, for me, I can't look past Heady One, man. For me, it's Mr. One. That's me.
No, I definitely hear what you're saying, Jay. And I think what worked against Jay Huss was the fact that, like, you know, when the album got released, he didn't really do anything for it, you know?
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to anyway.
Yeah, he didn't want to, yeah.
Even though this Big Conspiracy is the best album, in my opinion, is the best album that came out the UK last year. What I think goes against Jay Huss when it comes to these award shows is the fact that he just wasn't there, like he wasn't active. I think that's one of the reasons why he didn't win the Mobile and Nines won it instead of him. And like if he did the same promo one he did for Common Sense with this album, I definitely think that he would be sweeping these awards. But because he didn't, you know what I'm saying, you know, he just got lost in the sauce kind of thing.
I guess in a way, you kind of have to rate it, you know, because if you think about it, my guy didn't do the same promo run, but yeah, he's still being like and
he still went number one. He still went number one.
Still went number one
album without doing anything,
which is incredible.
So what about AJ? What about AJ Tracy? Did he have as good of a commercial year as he had in 2019?
I don't think so. You know, actually, I'm gonna be real. I'm a bit, you know, puzzled by the inclusion here. I'll be real. I feel like 2019 made a lot of sense. Like 2019 had a monster year, man. Especially with that
good
Elaborate Groove song.
Yeah, Elaborate Groove record. Yeah,
you get me. Like that was a monster year.
No, I definitely hear that. I mean, yeah.
Actually, no, he had a couple big singles, didn't he?
No,
he
which song?
He had Rain with H. That was
he was on a Heady song as well, wasn't he?
Which one?
Yeah, I think that was Eddie. That was Eddie's single. Though.
Eddie is, no. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But in terms of like you know, singles that he released himself, I don't know. Like, did he have one with Mabel?
But I think that might be actually. No, I think that's Mabel's single. That's a new Mabel song, maybe. I think I know.
It is. It's called West 10.
It
is. Yeah.
And then that was last year.
That was last year. Yeah.
What month was that? Like November, December?
I can't remember. But the single did pretty well, and I think he had another single that did pretty well as well.
But I remember that. I think that record charted highly, but I don't think it stayed for a very long time on the chart though.
It didn't. I was gonna say our reactions are kind of saying everything within itself. Like he charts very well. Let's be real. This guy's independent as well, which brother, you have to rate so much. I rate the independent grind so much, bro. And he does so well independently. But like it's microwavable. You get me? It comes and it goes. Like the Elaborate Growth song stayed with us. We're able to talk about a song 2 years ago, but the singles that came out last year, I guess they didn't have the same type of impact, even though they charted equally as well. You feel me?
So what about Joel? So if that's for AJ Tracy, what about Joel Corey? I never heard of this artist. I can't lie.
Yeah, no, he signed to Atlantic. I've heard of him. Like he had a big single last year in it, but yeah, like I don't really know.
What's the type of rhythm? What's the rhythms like? What is it?
Is it like electronic music?
Something like that, you know, pop, electronic, like, you know, in that region. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with him. But I know that he had a big single last year.
What about Young Blood, fam? What I never, you know, I'm actually surprised there's an artist called Young Blood, fam. I never seen.
Bruv, I can't lie, fam. After all the years in hip hop, so only one person is called Young Blood, fam. That's quite incredible, fam. What's that Young Blood, fam?
Yeah.
You get me?
No, if it was up to me, I'd give it to J Hus. But I do think, you know, if they give it to Heady, you know, he definitely will deserve it because he had a big year last year, man. He had a big year.
I think for me, I think in terms of quality and who made the better record, 100% is J Hus, and that's why I would give it to Jay. But I see what Jay is saying with Heady One, obviously, and the commercial year that he had as well. He did very well. I thought Edna probably is one of his best work. You know, he had loads of good singles on it. Maybe people would disagree with that, but he had loads of good singles on it. But I thought overall as an album, it wasn't that great. It kind of sort of tapered up. Unlike J Hus, that sort of kept that consistency. But I think AJ Tracey, Heady One, and J Hus are the three front runners for that title. So yeah.
I guess the consensus is we think Heady's gonna get it, but we'd be happy if J Hus got it.
Yeah.
But I'll be happy if Heady, you know, got it as well.
100%. Yeah, we'd be equally as happy.
So moving on to Single of the Year, we've got quite a few songs in this category. Starting off with 2020 Kid with Gracie, Don't Need Love. AJ Tracey featuring Tay Keith Rain, Dua Lipa Physical, Harry Styles, Watermelon Sugar, Heady One featuring AJ Tracey and Stormzy, Ain't It Different, Joel Corey featuring Monique, Head and Heart, Nathan featuring KSI.
The nigga KSI. Aye, fam. I can't like the YouTube hustle is real, man. Aye, shout out to KSI. But that record is dead, but shout out for him getting the best British single, but still.
Regard and Ray Secrets, Simba featuring DTG, sorry, Rover, Young T and Bugsy featuring Heady One, Don't Rush. So yeah, what we saying?
You go H.
Me. Do you know what? Yeah, there are not too many singles on here that really sort of, you know, that I'm really feeling. If I'm being honest with you, this one's a hard one for me. I can't lie. I liked Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. I thought that was a great single. Obviously, Don't Rush. You know what I'm saying? The viral sensation, Don't Rush. And I don't know, man. I think it's just, to be honest with you, I think it's just those two tracks that I like.
Yeah.
And if I had a choice, I'll give it to Young T and Bugsy.
Yeah.
Don't Rush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, fair. But I mean, I'm looking at the list and I just feel like there's probably better singles that were released last year that they kind of
not overly impressive. I can't.
Yeah, like it feels like there's something missing there.
What's missing?
I need to go through the database in that, but it looks like a lot. But because I feel like there's better quality records. For me, probably I wouldn't mind if Dua Lipa's Physical won that because I like that record. Don't Rush is not bad, but I swear any UK rapper could have done that, fam, for some reason. But if that wins, that wins. You know,
but the crossover appeal that single had,
100%, and I agree. And of course, the challenge is what helped it. I can't lie. Without that challenge, that song was not getting nominated, fam.
Hold tight TikTok.
Yeah, hold tight TikTok for that as well. So what we got? We've got Nathan and Dave K say lighter. What? Bro.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Sorry,
Do you know what? Yeah. I think what's gonna happen. This is my rough prediction. I actually think they're gonna give it to Harry Styles. I think they're gonna give it to that Watermelon Sugar because you know, you get me. I just feel like he'll get it. You get me?
I agree.
I have a feeling he'll get it. I would be happier if Heady One and if Young T and Bugsy featuring Heady One Don't Rush got it.
Same.
But personally, I think the moment was bigger. But then Watermelon Sugar, but I can understand because Watermelon Sugar, the appeal was a lot greater. You get me? Same. As in, it's all better. So I can see them doing giving it to them. I think the Simba song, Hold Tight, you know, Shawty wanna see me put up in the roba. And she said she wants to come over. That's a good song, fam. I don't mind that song either.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa as well. I think that song is good as well. And the Ain't It Different song is all right too. But yeah, I think they're gonna give it to Harry Styles.
Oh, for me, I'll pick Dua Lipa's Physical, and anything else that wins it, I don't mind. I think because the list, I think there could be better records. That's what I feel like. But...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Jay though. I think they should give it to Don Rush, but I do think they'll give it to Watermelon Sugar. By Harry Styles. That's a good single though. So
yeah, all tight.
Moving along to album of the year, we got Arlo Parks, Collapsed in Sunbeams, Celeste, Not Your Muse, Dua Lipa, Future Nostalgia, J House, Big Conspiracy, Jessie Ware, What's Your Pleasure? Okay, what you saying?
For me, either Future Nostalgia or Big Conspiracy, bro. Like either one of them two can win it for me. That's super cool. I think those two are the front runners looking at the list as well. If they hadn't been on the list, then Arlo Parks and Celeste would have been causing a problem. They could, those two could be like surprise win, but I think the front runners are the Future Nostalgia, which most likely probably end up winning it on J Hus Conspiracy as well. Yeah. So yeah, between those two, for me, I'm happy.
Like similar to K, I think that the two albums that stand out are J Hus's Big Conspiracy and Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia. But I can't lie, Celeste's album Not Your Muse was great as well. So was Arlo Parks' album. So really and truly, it's 4 albums that stand out to me. But I think the two front runners are Big Conspiracy and Future Nostalgia. And I think they'll give it to Future Nostalgia. Because obviously that album not only did well here, but it did well in America as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the crossover appeal will sort of nudge it ahead of Big Conspiracy. Because, even though I feel like Big Conspiracy is the best album on here, again, the fact that, J Hus didn't really do no promo for the album, I think that is going to work against him. You know what I'm saying? Like, since J Hus released that album, has anyone seen him?
On Insta?
But just like on a promo run,
no, definitely not. No,
you know what I'm saying? Like he hasn't done any interviews. He hasn't done any interviews. He hasn't really been about like that. So, like, it's
a double-edged sword, though, isn't it, bro? Because we're saying all of this, but he's still nominated.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So, sorry to cut you man off, but looking at, he's been nominated for 2 things now, isn't it? So he could go home with some. Clearly, the people at Brits saw, the quality in what he's doing. So we can get something this year. I can't lie, still. I think is he one of the few artists that's nominated for 2 things, isn't it? I think Dua Lipa is nominated for 2 things there as well. But I think in terms of I think he is, isn't it?
He's there. Arlo Parks is nominated for a few things, and you talk about in general, because Heady One's nominated for a few things as well.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, quite a few people are nominated for a few things.
Oh, fair enough. So maybe my theory doesn't stand correct, but it's interesting. It's interesting to see what's gonna happen. But yeah, what's your thoughts, Jay?
Bruv, do you know what? I want J Hus to win it. I think I agree with H. I prefer his album the most on that list, but they'll give it to Dua Lipa, fam. Like 100%. It's undeniable, fam. Like, and I wouldn't be upset if she won it either, fam.
Yeah,
good album, fam.
I like that. I was on my list. It's both of those albums were on my list. So if any of one of them win, fam, bruv, it's a win, I guess, isn't it?
It is. And let's be.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's be real, fam. Like, I think Dua Lipa was a star. And then this album kind of solidified her as a superstar, as in she went to the next level. You get me? She went to the next level. The next level, the next level, fam. So and the fact that obviously she's from London she's from London, I do believe. English, like, brother, they're gonna give her roses at the Brits, fam. They will give it to her, fam. They will give it to her.
They will give it to her. They will show her something.
She deserves it as well, though. So,
she does.
Cool. International female solo artist. So we've got Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Cardi B, Miley Cyrus, and Taylor Swift. You might already know who I'm going with.
Bro, I can't lie. It's
the corruption.
For me, there's 2 artists. So Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift. I can't lie. Those 2 for me are the front runners. But I will go. Hold on, because Billie Eilish album came out 2019. I
was gonna say, what did she do last year? She already won a couple Brits.
Huh? Yeah, she released a couple singles, but just in terms of like an album, she didn't release anything last year. So that's the main reason why I'll go for Taylor Swift. Like, you can't deny somebody who released 2 albums last year, and both of those albums went to #1, not only in the UK but in the US. You know what I'm saying?
You can deny her.
No, you can't. She's undeniable, bro. She's not Thanos. She's like Thanos. She's undeniable. Yeah, the 5 rings.
And guess what? Thanos was defeated in the end. Spoiler alert.
He won the battle, but he lost the war, innit?
Exactly,
yeah. No, I hear that, but no. This time she's winning the battle, bro. She may lose the war later on down the line, but this battle she's winning 100%. Taylor Swift all day, every day. You know,
Yeah,
Bruv,
I think. Sorry, go on, Jay.
I'm gonna say wild card, fam. They're gonna give it to Cardi. That's my wild card. Okay.
But Cardi was like 3 years ago. No, what?
Bruv,
2018.
Last year she had WAP. She had like several other singles, fam. And bear in mind, those were number one in the UK, fam. Number one
But
singles.
I feel like that's more like leading onto the album, and then maybe the year before. That's when they could. I think she should have get nominated for the year before rather than last year, because she had, besides those two singles, which I think came December, maybe. Do you get me? It's almost weird, and I believe Cardi B has done.
Oh no! WAP was like middle of like summertime.
Summer, yeah. What was summer?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I got my timeline incorrect then.
WAP was summer, fam.
So who do you want? Who do you want, and who do you think is going to win it, Jay?
You know, I want everyone but Taylor Swift to win that.
So you can prove a point.
I think
It's an agenda. He has an agenda.
I don't know what he's talking. I don't even know who this
agenda.
guy is.
Swifties got him. He's got him. Jay Boogs.
I don't know who this guy is, fam. I think, bruv, I can't lie. I think this one's quite tough. I thought they probably will. No, they're gonna give it to Ariana Grande. What am I talking about?
Nah, they're not. What
They are.
last year?
Ariana Grande was last. She released an album last year, but I think the year before that she had a massive run as well.
Last year, her year was massive. Can you say up all night? Fucking to the daylight. This girl had a massive year. Singles all over the brother. Nah, they're gonna give it to Ariana.
Taylor Swift's got it, bro.
Bruv, any money, Ariana, fam.
So Jay, you got hold on. So Jay, you're going for Ariana Grande, and hold on, you want Ariana Grande to win, but who do you think is going to win?
No, I want Cardi B to win, but I think Ariana Grande will win.
Okay, and H?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I will say either Billie Eilish or so. I think I want Taylor Swift to win, but I want Taylor Swift to win. I think Taylor Swift could win it, but also Billie Eilish maybe. But I'm picking Taylor just for the quality of the music. I love the album. It was one on my list as well. So if she wins it, that'll be very good.
I don't understand why Billie Eilish is on this list, to be fair, fam.
Bro, it's just that, think about it. Like, Billie Eilish didn't really do much last year, but she went home with what, 1 or 2 Grammys?
Yeah.
Even though she did say, she shouldn't have won those.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't want to make it understand. Her music is not that great.
Yeah, I hear with that, man. Just take the award and be quiet. But, but yeah, like, she didn't really do much last year, Jane. She walked away with 1 or 2 Grammys. So yeah, man, don't count her out, bro.
Not fair.
But I think Taylor Swift's got this still. We move on to the last category. International male solo artists. We got Bruce Springsteen, Burna Boy, Childish Gambino, Tame Impala, and The Weeknd.
Yeah, I can't lie. The Weeknd is getting that.
Yeah.
That's a slam dunk from. I can't lie, bro. That's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Why is Childish Gambino in this
He
category?
released an album last year, fam.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that last year?
Yeah, just before the pandemic. That's why everyone forgot, fam. Just before the pandemic.
You know what? I just realized
it
as
was
well.
his best album as well. I just have to say that it was his best album. Like from
the one that titled the
was.
numbers and all that shit.
Yeah, it was.
Best album. His best
Hold
album.
on, I'm surprised that The Weeknd was not nominated for Best Album Brit Award, Best Album list. Anyway,
Bro, there's an agenda against The Weeknd. They don't want The Weeknd to live. He's giving money to kids in Ethiopia, and they don't like it. They don't like it.
But yeah, I can't lie. I think The Weeknd's got this easily, fam. I don't see anyone else. Burna Boy's been doing good, I can't lie. Burna could do a little dark horse thing, innit? But I think The Weeknd's gonna get that, fam.
Don't even sleep on Tame Impala either,
Yeah. As well.
Had a big year as well, fam. He had
They did.
I like some Tame Impala, but not all of it. I can't lie. So I'm not the biggest fan of Tame Impala. I like some of their stuff, but not all of it.
That was decent still, yeah.
Bro, I think it's going to be a situation where The Weeknd probably deserves it the most.
Yeah.
The Weeknd deserves. I think the black horses would be Burna Boy or Tame Impala for me personally.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm going with The Weeknd though. I can't lie. I think he's got the strongest case. I'm saying. He was snubbed at the Grammys as well, so you know, they might just
rectify. The Brits might try to rectify it.
Yeah, rectify.
Not rectify, but give their appreciation to his music.
I mean,
yeah. I'm going with The Weeknd, man.
I don't know. I'm looking at all of the list and I'm like, fuck me. I swear there's so many people that it's so commercial. Like, do you get me? I just swear there should be greater balance.
Bear in mind, we did say last year was we've got a whole video, you guys. So if you guys want to watch, we talk about how we felt about 2020. Please do watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we did say in that video that last year a lot of people were holding back from music.
Yeah,
we weren't sure what would who was going to release something and who wasn't. So I'm even surprised by that they were able to pull this list together. Because even though a lot of music came out last year, it wasn't a lot of music as compared to like a normal functioning year.
Yeah.
Been through the list, boys. We've got through the nitty gritty. What are we saying, boys? Do we think that our predictions are on point? What are we saying? Talk to me, fam. Right now, how many out of 6 do you think you're gonna get? Let's start with K.
Okay.
I don't know. I hate predicting. I hate, I hate guessing. So
give me a number.
So out of 6 is the one that predicted probably like 3 or 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. H, what are you saying?
I'm going 6 for 6.
6 for 6, yeah? Look at this guy, Central C, yeah?
Yeah, Central C, 6 for 6, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sticking my neck out on the line. I'm putting my chest out. 6 for 6. You heard it here first. Oh, man.
Bro, you heard it here. Obviously, Taylor Swift will let him down. I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to say 5 for 6, bro. I'm saying 5 for 6. But listen, everyone who watches this video, if we get it wrong, any prediction we get wrong, Henry will personally pay you £10.
I'm broke.
Bro, he's gonna be fucking bankrupt by the time this shit. By the time the winners listers come out, fam. The winners are announced, fam.
Guys, run it up. Henry's got money, fam. Run it up. Run it up. First 1,000 viewers will get £1,000 from Henry, fam.
Cap.
Scream that from the bottom of your chest, fam.
Do not forget to leave your own predictions down in the comment section. We want to know what you think or who you think is going to win these categories.
Guys, we hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and also subscribe. You'll hear from us very soon, especially when this award show is over. We'll do our little reaction video. But until then, salut.
Salut, guys.